Welcome to the Soulful Insights podcast. I'm your host, Tandy. This podcast is to empower women and help them reclaim their power through spiritual sovereignty. Today, we're diving deep into what it means to truly own your power, not just in moments of confidence, but in every aspect of your life. Because the truth is, the world is waiting for you to show up fully as your highest self. In this episode, I want to empower you to step into your full expression, release fear and doubt, and embody your highest, most authentic self. We'll explore what it truly means to show up fully in the world, how to embrace confidence, set energetic boundaries, and step into your divine purpose unapologetically. Have you ever felt like you're holding yourself back? Like there's a more confident, radiant, and powerful version of you waiting to emerge, but fear, self-doubt, or the weight of expectations keep you playing small? What if I told you that stepping into your full power isn't about becoming someone new? It's about reclaiming who you've always been. In this episode of Soulful Insights, we're diving into what it truly means to own your power and show up fully in the world. Not just in fleeting moments of confidence, but in every aspect of your life. Because when you stop dimming your light, you don't just transform yourself, you transform the world around you. Here's what you'll discover in this episode: the truth about personal power, what it is and what it is not, how to break free from fear, self-doubt, and the habit of playing small. We are going to do a powerful guided meditation to activate your highest self and step into full ownership of your truth. The secret to showing up unapologetically, speaking your truth, and embodying confidence. We will also be diving into daily rituals and mindset shifts that will help you own your presence, protect your energy, and walk through life fully aligned with your soul's purpose. This isn't just another episode. It's an activation. If you've been waiting for a sign to rise, reclaim your voice, and step into your divine power, this is it. Stay until the end because we will be unlocking the codes to radical self-ownership, and trust me, you don't want to miss a moment. So take a deep breath, grab a cup of coffee or green tea, and let's step into your power fully, boldly, and unapologetically. So what does it mean to own your power? Owning your power is not about control, dominance, or forcing your way into spaces, or even forcing your opinions. True power is the ability to stand in your truth unapologetically, to know your worth without external validation, and to show up fully in the world without the fear of how others will perceive you. Well, let's be real. Many of us have been conditioned to shrink ourselves and play small. In fact, there is a general conditioning in our society that keeps women small. From the time we are young, women are taught to be quiet, to be polite, to be pleasing to others in how we speak, act, and even in our physical appearance. We are told to serve others before ourselves. Make sure you look pretty for others, but not too pretty. Be self-sacrificing, but never too much. Stay agreeable. Do not have strong opinions, and avoid making waves or rocking the boat. Dim your intelligence, your beauty, and confidence so you don't make men feel inferior or uncomfortable. This is generational programming, and it is time to shut it down. The idea that you need to make yourself smaller so that others, especially men, feel comfortable is one of the biggest lies ever told to women. Playing small does not serve anyone. It only keeps you disconnected from your true, limitless power. Your power is not a threat. It is a gift, and the world needs you to stand in it. If anyone feels threatened by your power and authenticity, that is their problem, not yours. Another one of the big shifts in that needs to be made in order to step into your power is detaching from external validation. Society has also conditioned women to believe that their worth is tied to how visually pleasing they are to men, whether they are likable or agreeable, whether they are chosen, approved of, or accepted by others. But let me be clear. You do not exist in this world to please anyone. You do not owe anyone softness, silence, submission, or beauty by any standard other than your own unique self. The patriarchy has trained women to seek external validation. But true power comes from the internal empowerment. When you own yourself fully, you no longer look to men, relationships, social media, or societal approval to determine your worth. It doesn't mean you don't want a relationship, but you don't look to that relationship to validate you or to gain approval for your worth. Stop waiting for permission. Stop giving pieces of yourself away. Stop believing that men, quote, deserve any part of you. They don't deserve it. They earn it. You are already worthy. You are already powerful. And when you claim your own validation from within, you become unshakable. One patriarchal idea that so many women buy into is that a man is justified in sexualizing other women if his wife isn't pretty enough, or if she's older, or her body doesn't fit some patriarchal idea. I see women do this all the time. It's not my problem if your husband wants to look at me. Oh, he must have cheated because she was ornery, or she's old, or she's fat, or she's... What? Stop it. Stop justifying men's despicable behavior by claiming that their wife or girlfriend doesn't measure up to some patriarchal standard and therefore she fails some test of worth or value. If she fails to, quote, serve her husband's needs in some way, you think he deserves to find someone who does. This is sick and disgusting and should not be happening, and yet you see it all the time. The wife or girlfriend is blamed for the disrespectful, self-centered behavior of her boyfriend or husband instead of him being blamed for his own crap. It's time to stand up in your power and say, no more. We will not justify these patriarchal ideals anymore. The shift happens when women begin to own their own power, to own their own value and their own worth and say, I am worthy no matter what my size is, no matter what my age is, no matter what I do, I am worthy. When you stop playing small, everything changes. Confidence skyrockets. You no longer ask permission to exist as you are. Alignment deepens. You start making choices based on what feels right for you, not what's expected from external expectations. Opportunities open. When you stop shrinking, the universe starts expanding. The more you embody your full self, the more aligned opportunities will flow to you. Owning your power is a daily commitment to choosing yourself, to breaking free from the conditioning that says you have to dim your light to be accepted, to no longer twisting yourself into knots, into something smaller, or some patriarchal standard just to make others comfortable, or to try to make yourself acceptable. No more. You are here to be powerful. You are here to take up space. You are here to be fully, boldly, and unapologetically you. The question is, are you ready to claim it? Next, we'll dive into how to break free from fear and self-doubt so you can step into the fullest version of yourself without hesitation. I know fear and doubt is a big thing for a lot of women. If owning your power was easy, everyone would do it. But the truth is, stepping into your full presence and authenticity requires breaking free from the conditioning and the fears that have kept you small. Fear is the biggest thief of personal power. It whispers, what if they judge me? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if I lose the love of the people around me, the acceptance of the people around me? Fear is not proof that you should stop. It's proof that you're expanding. You're moving beyond the comfort zone to take up the space of who you were meant to be. Let's look at some of the biggest fears that keep women from fully stepping into their power. Number one, the biggest obstacle to owning your power, the fear of judgment or rejection. Many women hold back because they fear what others will think about them, whether it's family, friends, their partner, or society. There's often pressure to conform, to not be too much, to stay likable. A lot of this is religious conditioning. Some of it is patriarchal, societal conditioning. Stay small. You're acceptable when people like you and you're quiet. When you have an opinion, all of a sudden, people get uncomfortable. Let's reframe this. People's reactions to your power are a reflection of them, not you. The right people will celebrate you. The wrong people will be triggered. And that's okay. They are not your people. You aren't meant for everyone. Because everyone has baggage. Everyone has default programming. Everybody has toxic beliefs and prejudices. And those are not your responsibility. And sometimes when you stand in your authenticity, it triggers default programming and beliefs and all kinds of things in other people. And that's okay. That's theirs to carry, not yours. There's no reflection of you. Number two is the fear of failure or of not being enough, not being good enough. Perfectionism is a tool of patriarchy. Women are conditioned to believe that if they can't do something perfectly, they shouldn't do it at all. And a lot of this comes from the programming that you need to look in a certain way to be pleasing to other people. There's an idea also that men can always do it better. And so women have to try that much harder. We hear common statements as children, you throw like a girl, you're a sissy. This indoctrinates us that doing something like a girl is somehow bad or less than what a boy could do. This isn't true at all. It's patriarchal and it's abusive. These are the messages we receive, and it's time to stand up and say no more. Doing it like a girl is doing it like a boss babe. Also, the fear of failure keeps women from even starting, whether it's speaking up, chasing a dream, setting boundaries. That fear of failure. I'm supposed to be a mom. Or I am just a mom. No, you're not. You are powerful. And you need to stand in that power and be who you are meant to be here. Let's reframe this. What does failure mean? Who gets to decide what failure is anyway? Nobody. No one can tell you failed. You are the one that gets to decide to choose how you see every attempt you make. You don't have to label anything as a failure if you don't want to. Do you know how many times I've tried to start businesses or done different things in my life? Dozens. Do you know how many times they were ever successful or I ever made a dime? Not very many. Do I see those as failures? No. I learned a lot along the way. I made friends, connected with people. I used to see them as failures, and now I say no. I don't. They were opportunities that enriched my life. Whether I made a dime off them doesn't mean a damn thing. I'm good with that. And you get to choose how you see those things as well. In my book, there's no such thing as failure. Because every attempt, something divine comes out of that. It might even just be one person's life that's touched by what you did. That's enough. That is enough. It isn't a failure if that's what happens. Embrace the journey. There is no failure. And when you see it that way, you can dream big and you can chase those dreams with reckless abandon. And that's what I want to see you do. The next one is the fear of losing people that you love or making other people feel uncomfortable. And this fear runs really deep. Many women feel guilt when they start to grow because they worry about making other people uncomfortable as they expand and they grow and they become successful or whatever it may be. Or they let their intelligence show. They may worry about losing people that they love. Usually this coincides with their relationship with their partner. They worry if they embody their full power, their partner will be upset by their full expression of power and potentially leave for maybe a woman who plays small and strokes his ego. If you have a partner that doesn't celebrate the full powerful expression of you, you do not have someone who loves you. You have someone who loves themselves and who loves you making them feel loved, powerful, and seen while you stay small and hidden. That is not love. Maybe you have friends or family that say you've changed, as if that's a bad thing. I want you to reframe this. You are not responsible for making other people comfortable with your growth. Your evolution is non-negotiable. As you grow and expand and embrace your authenticity and your power, that is not negotiable. And if other people don't want to grow with you and celebrate you, and if they are not here for all of you, I can promise you there's better out there. There are people who will love the authentic you in all of that expression. The next one is trying to meet patriarchal standards of beauty or servitude. Society has long dictated how women should look, behave, and serve, because in the end, patriarchal societies see women as servants of men. The pressure to be beautiful, thin, soft, nurturing, self-sacrificing, we all attribute these things to women. We don't attribute power and strength to women, even though women really are those things. This is all designed to keep women distracted and in a place of seeking approval from men. The clothing that society offers to women in the women's clothing stores is meant to make women's bodies ornaments to be put on display for the visual pleasure of men. It's not about the dignity of women wearing the clothing. It's about the men viewing the women. We often claim that women whose bodies are outside of the visual norms shouldn't wear a bikini, a crop top, or short shorts. Because that's gross, that's ugly. Oh, she's too old for that. She's too fat, she's too something. This is patriarchal. No woman has any responsibility to visually please anyone or to fit into any patriarchal stereotype. And we need to stop internalizing and believing these toxic narratives, and we need to stop passing them around. If you believe it's okay for one woman to wear a bikini, then everybody. It's okay for everyone to wear it. I don't care whether it's a 6-month-old or a 500-year-old woman. It doesn't matter. If it's okay for one of them to wear a bikini, it's okay for everyone. It's not gross for one and not for another. That is patriarchy. That is saying, if you don't visually please me, you don't get to wear this. Because essentially then that outfit becomes for the person seeing it, not the person wearing it. So let's reframe this. Your worth is not dependent on how you look, how well you serve others, or how much you accommodate them. You are valuable as you are. No matter your age, no matter your size, no matter who you are on the outside. You are valuable, you are worthy. So, fear is a sign of expansion. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, start seeing it as proof that you are up-leveling. Fear shows you when you're about to step into something bigger than yourself. You're about to expand outside of the comfort zone that you've been in. This is a good thing. Fear exists in the gap between who you are now and who you're becoming. Sit with that. Fear is not a message to turn back. It's a message to keep going because something big is just over the hill. When fear arises, ask yourself, is this fear protecting me? Or is it trying to keep me small? And most of the time, it's the latter. So we're going to do a little guided visualization. This is not a meditation. It's just a visualization. If you can, this works better if you can close your eyes, if you're in a place where you can do that. If it's not safe for you to do that, if you're driving or something like that, don't do that. But I want you to close your eyes, if you can, for a moment and take a deep breath. And I want you to imagine yourself standing in front of a younger version of you. And this younger version of you is one who felt unsure. She doubted herself, and she held back out of fear. Gently look at her and observe. Feel what she feels. Remember those feelings. Remember that pain. See the hesitation in her eyes. The weight she carries from trying to please everyone. The way she has dimmed her own light. The way she questions herself. The way she avoids speaking up. How she tries to fit in. Wishes she could look differently so others would accept her. As you see her in her struggle, I want you to start stepping forward towards her as your higher self. Radiate the truth of who she is as you walk toward her. Allow her to feel your energy, the energy of who she truly is, strong, radiant, and powerful. You, as your higher self, are now standing before her, showing her the full truth of who she is, completely aligned and completely free. Look at your younger self and whisper, you are powerful. You are enough. The world needs your light. As you begin to help her see who she truly is, you see her start to lift her head. She stands a little taller and begins to absorb this truth into her entire being. As this light and truth begins to radiate from you, her higher self, into her, you see the fear in her begin to melt away, replaced by the inner strength and knowing of her true essence and power. As she begins to accept the truth of who she is, as she begins to embrace her divine power, she steps forward and merges into you. You are now one with your higher self, whole, complete, standing fully in your power and divinity. Take a deep breath, anchoring this feeling into your body. And when you're ready, open your eyes and carry this energy with you into the world. Fear will show up. It always does. But you're no longer owned by it. You are here to take up space, to shine unapologetically, to own your power without hesitation. The world is waiting for you to show up fully. Will you answer the call? That's the question. Will you answer? Next, we're going to explore how to fully show up in the world, speaking your truth, setting energetic boundaries, and stepping into your highest self with complete confidence. Number 1, energetic alignment. Recognizing where you're shrinking or where you're playing small. This is really important. So you need to tune into your soul's desires. What lights you up? What are you passionate about? What could you talk about for hours? Where is your higher self calling you to step up in this area? It's a good idea to get out a journal and to write things down. Where are you shrinking? If you're in a job that doesn't light you up, or you're not happy, where do you think your soul is calling you to? Write it down. Really tap in. Dream big. Next one, speaking your truth. This can be really hard for women. Owning your voice, whether it's in your relationship, work, or personal growth, just in general, friendships. Let go of the need for approval. Your truth does not require permission. If you are in a relationship and your partner does not respect your opinions, your thoughts, and your decisions, or your desires, your dreams for your life, decisions need to be made because you deserve to be supported in who you are and who you are trying to reclaim. But you don't require permission to do the things that light you up. Your soul is free. And you need to remember that no one has power over you. Next one is confident body language and presence. So the way you carry yourself impacts the way the world responds to you. You deserve to stand tall. Make eye contact. Use your voice with authority and say what you need. Be respectful and be kind. Yes, absolutely. We always operate out of unconditional love and respect for the dignity of other people. But you also deserve dignity and respect. Stand tall. Make eye contact. Use your voice. And lastly, energetic boundaries. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will support your growth or your dreams. And that's okay. But you need to protect your energy from people who will drain or just diminish your light. And only you can decide how to do that. If they remain in your life or if they don't. Sometimes it takes time. As you grow and expand and embody who you are meant to be, those people will diminish in their importance in your life. And they may eventually fall away, and that's okay. Because as you grow and as you respect yourself, you will start to attract people who respect you too. But do not let someone disrespect you. Stand in your power and let them know, I do not allow you to talk to me this way. And only you know what's right for you. But definitely set those boundaries. Next is daily practices to embody your power. So I like to do morning power activations, just a 5-minute practice to set your energy for the day. So I like to ground my energy. I just envision a root coming down from the base of my spine into Mother Earth. And it has a gentle suction that just draws the negative energy out of my aura to be transmuted into the earth. And then drawing up the grounding Mother Earth energy into my body. And then connecting to the divine through my crown chakra, surrounding myself with unconditional love. No energies or entities or beings can interact with me unless it is for my highest good and within alignment with unconditional love. So I am grounding, connecting, and protecting my energy. And then you can stand in front of a mirror if that aligns with you and say, I own my power, I am confident, I am unstoppable. And go about your day. Super quick, super easy. It's a great way for energetic protection and just kind of grounding your energy, connecting to the divine before you go about your day. I want to give you a couple of journaling prompts that you can use. Where in my life am I playing small? It's definitely a question to ask yourself. What would my highest self do today if I fully owned my power? It's a really big one. And lastly, what beliefs about myself need to be released to step into my full potential? These are 3 really powerful things that I would highly recommend you really reflect on. Do some journaling. Take some time. This will make a huge difference in how you kind of begin to see where you've been playing small, the programming that you've accepted from other people, beliefs that you've accepted from outside of yourself. And the other thing is daily grounding and alignment. So that little grounding, connecting exercise that I talked about a minute ago, that's really a big one. You can do morning meditation or breath work, movement exercises like doing a morning walk, meditative walk, to keep your energy strong and aligned. Owning your power is not a one-time event. It's a choice you make every single day. Every time you speak your truth, set a boundary, trust your intuition, show up unapologetically, you are reclaiming your power. It's not always easy, but I want you to remember you were never meant to play small. The world needs full, unfiltered, radiant women. So as you move forward, ask yourself, where am I still holding back? What would it look like to fully embody my highest self today? Same questions, always reflecting. Because the moment you decide to show up fully, everything shifts. So I want to keep this energy going. If this episode resonated with you, I want to hear from you. Take a screenshot, share it on Instagram, tag me at Tandy Hartle on Instagram with your biggest takeaway from the episode today. Let me know what's one thing you're stepping into your power today. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this work, explore my coaching programs, courses, and ebooks. I have a lot of resources to help you embody your power and step into the life you are meant to live. You do not have to do this alone. I'm here to guide you. Thank you for being here with me today, for choosing yourself, for saying yes to your power. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and keep showing up fully as you. You've got this.